one.
Yes, that's right, Kelly. That's really popular too. A lot of people send. I mean, people love to get their dogs, in pictures, get them out in the weather like that. So
pet parents tend to be very proud of their pets.
yes, yes.
My Penny for one.
Yes, and aunts too. I'm an aunt of a dog. And
that is right.
Labradoodle, right, Jen?
Yes, yes. I'm a doodle. She's my niece doodle. Yeah. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Enjoy your day today out there, and we'll keep it going. There's a lot to talk about. 2 winter storms.
My goodness. Yeah, they just hit you 1-2 punches here for us. Dealing with one in the Northeast and another one that's going to be organizing and pushing its way across the nation. And unfortunately, yet again, another round of wintry weather, but another round of possible severe weather.
I know. That might be the thing that's most surprising, is that how much severe weather risk we've already had so far this month. We'll break it all down for you. So glad to have you here on America's Morning Headquarters.
All right. Well, it is now the middle of the season, and winter is wintering.
We're going to go to New Orleans in our virtual view to show you how things will change. Great day today. Enjoy it. Get all your errands done. No worry about rain or storms. That will all change as we get into tomorrow. And then by tomorrow night, actually, that could be our really stormy time. So we'll show you how the landscape changes out here as those storm clouds start billowing up. And we do see that risk for thunderstorms here, especially into the overnight hours. The chance for severe storms with damaging winds. Also, there'll be a tornado risk. We got to talk about that here as we look ahead to what happens tomorrow afternoon. Now, the track of the low pressure is going to be down here pretty far south, so we won't see that storm threat as far north as we've had for the past couple of storm systems. But yeah, this is another one in January for an enhanced chance of thunderstorms down here. We've got this low pressure tracking from Texas farther east. As we see all of the Gulf moisture return, we're going to see the winds strong, very strong, low-level winds, and then that changing of the wind direction with height is what leads us to all the risks that we have out here with severe weather. Tomorrow's forecast. Here's the area to look at. We've got southeastern Louisiana, very likely southern Mississippi into southern Alabama and the western Florida panhandle. But you see how the chance for storms does extend back to Houston. You're in the red, could see severe, extending north up towards Meridian and Mississippi, and again through southern Alabama, including not too far from Selma, of course, where we just had those deadly and damaging tornadoes in South Alabama. Now, let's look at tomorrow's risk area. This is the 5th enhanced risk area issued by the SPC this month. The last time that we had 5 enhanced areas or greater was in July, a time of year when you would expect thunderstorms, certainly not in January. So let's go ahead and look at that risk. A 5 on the Torcon. When you've got a 5, it means dangerous weather is anticipated, and we'll probably have tornado watches. A couple of strong EF2 or greater tornadoes are possible. So make sure that you are watching the forecast. Know that once you get under a watch, then conditions are starting to get ripe for those kind of storms, and make sure your plan is ready to activate. So let's show you what the forecast radar is expected to look at. This is your Tuesday lunchtime-ish. Thunderstorms now building into Victoria and Corpus Christi. We've got Houston, Lake Charles. We've got Alexandria and Monroe in Mississippi, or excuse me, in Louisiana. And then everything moving into Mississippi. You've got Jackson and Meridian getting some showers out there. But let's watch this line, and ahead of this line of thunderstorms, where we could be watching for possible storms going severe. That tracks through places like New Orleans. This is just before midnight or so here, and that timing, it'll give it a little wiggle room right now, but we'll be tracking that line of thunderstorms and the potential for severe with it through the overnight Tuesday into early Wednesday. Alex.
All right, well, 75,000 are sent up every year, actually end up getting returned. They fix them up, reuse them, and help save a few tax dollars.
I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. And I do remember one in Virginia that somebody found, and they thought it was like a bomb or something. They didn't read the instructions, and so it was a big deal, caused a big scare.
I mean,
and then finally someone was like,
know, you'd be like,
weather balloon.
What is this that just fell from? Yeah, I would be a little concerned too.
Yeah, right. Well, we know.
We know, yeah.
So no one's sending any like hot air balloons up today because it's snowing.
31, some snow this morning. Should see things trying to clear out as we get in towards later today.
Yeah, but those are interesting facts there, Alex. Thank you. Well, in November, there was a list published by American Express that said, what are the trending destinations for 2023? So I looked at the list. There were only
all
2.
Those spots, right?
Yes, yeah. This surprised me that, because it's a small sort of hamlet of a community. Beautiful today in the snow, temperatures in the 30s. Just be careful driving out there. We'll be dropping a few degrees today.
There you go. One of the few spots dealing and getting some of that snow here across parts of the Northeast.
Well, find your city in...
I hear you. You said it. There are a lot of people that do like the winter. So I don't blame you giving it an F minus. That's about as bad as you can get.
That's as bad as you can get. Failing grade so far. All right, we'll read more of your comments coming up.
May have been left outside, stuck its mouth in it and got stuck.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a little bit of a lesson here. If you have the buckets outside of Halloween buckets, or any buckets for that matter, bring them inside if they're empty.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for choosing America's Morning Headquarters. We will get you through the mid-morning hours.
The Weather Channel helping you plan out your big events that are ahead here as we work our way through this week. There's a lot that we are no doubt following as we work our way through this early week. More wintry weather, more severe weather, just a sort of messy scenario out there.
2 winter storms
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
One today is happening. Another one's in the making. So we're going to show you both.